What's up, everybody? It's Beth from our Liberty House, and I'm here after, how long has it been? Months since I've gotten on camera for you guys to show you around our garden. If you're new here, we garden in Zone 9B. We're located in Sacramento, California, and it's winter right now. It's the middle of January, and winter gardening is actually one of my favorite times of year to garden in this zone. And if you've been following along, you know, actually 4 months ago, I had a baby. We had our first baby, Luke's and I. Her name is Nora. She's doing really, really good. And we kind of just took a break from filming to just spend more time with her. And quite honestly, we just have not had any time to do anything in the garden. So what you're seeing today is truly neglectful, for lack of a better word. We planted things. We just did store-bought starts for most of them, but you're really gonna see a tour where I haven't even been in this garden for probably 2 or 3 weeks to look around. So you're gonna see a lot of weeds, a lot of just real life. But I think that's the beauty of winter gardening, is it's so slow paced. It's not like the middle of summer where there's so much pruning and maintenance and everything going on. So it doesn't really look too bad. It needs some TLC, but I just want to show you kind of what that real life looks like for us right now in the season of life that we're in. You can see behind me 2 things. Well, first, all the limes we've picked. We picked our tree and just haven't had time to really juice it. You can see the juicer has probably been sitting there for like 4 weeks waiting for us to juice these limes, and we haven't. And second fun thing I really want to do is do an unboxing. I just got this bird feeder camera. Okay, so long story short, it's an early Valentine's Day gift for Lucas that I'm going to set up, but between you and me, it's really an early Valentine's Day gift for myself because I've been wanting one of these for a long time. So I'm really excited to unbox this with you guys, get it set up, and see if we can film any birds today. So we'll see kind of what that looks like. And I do have a little discount code for you guys if you're interested, so I will link that in the description below. So let's just start here because I'm really excited to open this up with you guys, and then we'll get to the garden tour and I'll show you what we have growing. I totally have Nora on the baby camera right now. She's taking a nap, so hopefully I can get through this. But okay, so here's the Wuipet brand of the camera, the bird feeder camera. So let's just open this up and see what we got here. Awesome. Let me get you guys closer. Okay, so we got the quick start guide. I'm gonna need that. Looks like the drilling installation. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, that's fun. It comes with like a hummingbird attachment, which is super fun because hummingbirds are great pollinators in the garden. What else do we got? Okay, it looks like the installation stuff. The solar charger. That's one thing I really like about this, is you can charge it with the sun, because here in Sacramento, you all know that we get a lot of sun, especially in the summer. Not so much today. This looks like the top. It looks like a cute little mushroom. Looks like the attachment. Here is the feeder itself. That's exciting. Awesome. So that's everything. Go read it here. Okay, let's see. This slips right in here. Okay. this comes out. I can turn on the camera. Okay, I haven't mounted it yet. I might make Lucas help me with that later when he gets home from work. But I am just gonna set it right here for now, so it kind of overlooks the side of the garden, because we actually get a lot of bird activity around this tree. So we often see a lot of doves in our yard. We also see a couple scrub jays. We actually named the scrub jay Steve. I don't know if there's multiple Steves, but they're all Steve to us. So, and then I also need to grab some bird seed. So I'm gonna do all of that, and then we'll circle back and show you guys it all set up, and hopefully we'll get some birds. Here's the solar panel. It's really not sunny today, it's quite cloudy. It may rain, and I'm just gonna sit this out for the moment, and then I'll finish setting it up later, and then circle back with you guys to show you how it all looks. Okay, Nora's still sleeping, so let's do a little garden tour, and let me show you what we have growing right now. Let me turn this camera around. Okay, so it has been pouring rain for the last few days. I think we might get some more rain today. We'll see how it is. But other than it being a little soggy, here's what we got going on. So these 3 beds have the majority of what we have planted out in. In this first bed here, we have some Napa cabbages that actually honestly look pretty good considering we haven't done anything with them. What I should do, and if you guys are growing Napa cabbage, what I like to do is get underneath here and pull some of these leaves, the lower leaves off that are like touching the soil, because that is kind of what invites slugs and other pests up that's going to be like eating some of these leaves. We usually have slug issues with this type of lettuce. But, oh yeah, there's one hanging out right there. And that is what's going to cause a lot of these like eaten holes. And then make sure too, when you harvest them, that you wash it really, really good and get all the slugs off, because that's just a lot of ick to think about. But, yeah, so we have those. And again, look at all these weeds. Or better yet, don't look at them. But over here we have broccoli, which we've had better years of broccoli, but they're growing little heads. Like this one actually looks pretty good. Doesn't look like there has been too much issues with pests over here. I've found in the past that broccoli really likes more sun than you think it does, and that's what's gonna really help grow a nice big broccoli head. So yeah, and then here along the back we sowed some peas. I tend to plant them in the fall, but they usually don't grow very well until springtime. Like they'll kind of start like this, but it's pretty slow until the weather warms up just a bit. But we'll see. Maybe we'll get some. We'll tend to get some eventually. So, and then they're ready to go once they do start to grow. All right, over here we have some cauliflower, or what was cauliflower. It looks like all the heads are just kind of separating. So it's just going to go to flower, because this isn't going to be very good to eat, but it does make a pretty flower. And good for the early pollinators. This one looks kind of weird. But one way what you can do to kind of prevent some of this happening, I don't know if it'll always completely prevent it, but it slows it down, is to kind of use some of these leaves to cover up the head itself. We've done that in the past and it's helped, I think. But this year we just haven't had time to really give our garden the amount of maintenance it deserves. But yeah, here's the cheddar cauliflower. We have all of our peppers still in from the summer garden, which you guys had seen in my summer garden tours. But yeah, they still have some fruit set on there, but not looking super great. Just kind of, it's just that time of year. They're not real growers in the wintertime, but except for these seem to still be ripening somehow. But in our climate, you can overwinter peppers, which is pretty cool. And I haven't done that so much in the past, so I'm not really sure what to expect here. I think when you do it, you tend to like cut it down closer to the base, and then in the spring, when the weather warms up, it will regrow. But I haven't really done that too much, and we just didn't have anything that we wanted to plant in this spot, so we just left them in to see what happens. So you'll see what happens with us. All right, let's go over to the other side of our arch. And in here along the arch, we planted some more peas right along here, and kind of the same story with them. Nice weed growing. Some of our perennial flowers are doing pretty well over here. So this is that drumstick flower. It has like the little yellow balls on it. That's super cute. And I planted this like a year or 2 years ago. So it's really filled out this box, which is pretty cool. We have a lantana over here. And this, I'm not sure what this is. I can't remember what this is. I have so many random flower seeds. I tend to just kind of plant them all over the place and then forget what I had. Anyone else do that, or is it just me? Okay, cool. I have a mum here that just kind of does its cycle. Mums are fun in our climate because it'll actually flower twice a year, so it'll flower in the spring. You can see it kind of starting to grow back, and then it'll flower again in the fall, which is the time of year you usually see mums. Some more of that drumstick flower. I've noticed too that the ladybugs really like the drumstick flower. A couple more peppers that have just been left in, and they're honestly like molding, so we really should probably cut some of these down. Some calendula back there. Our beautiful zinnias are done for the year. And then the purple graffiti cauliflower is actually looking really, really nice. I should start to harvest these just because you can kind of see that it's starting to open up just a little bit. Which it's not bad once it starts opening up, but it's better when it's still like a nice compact head, if that makes sense. So these look not huge, but good enough to eat, so I'll have to give those a try. All right, and as we venture through the weed land, let's show you our garlic. So we did have a chance to plant garlic, which makes me really happy. This is borage. What is borage doing over here? But garlic's super easy to grow in our climate. You want to plant it in October, and it will be ready to harvest come like June. And it's seriously like no maintenance. You just amend the bed pretty well prior to planting, and then you just have some drip irrigation, so it waters itself. And if you're in our climate and it's a rainy season, I mean, you don't really have to do much with it if you don't have drip. And then usually about a month before you harvest, so in May, you would turn off all the irrigation because you want those bulbs to dry out that last month, and then you can harvest. So super easy. We actually just planted the bulbs from our garlic harvest from last year, which was a really good harvest. So we just divided those bulbs up and planted those ones again. So pretty cool. Let's see. We didn't really plant anything in these. These are just kind of, I don't even know what that is. And back here, there's really not much either. We just had some extra cauliflowers, and look how beautiful this one is. Oh my gosh, how pretty is that? This cheddar one is actually, oh, there's a slug. It's actually really pretty too. Just looking like it needs to be eaten. So this bed these plants must enjoy the sun on this side of the yard a little bit more than in that first bed, because the heads are bigger, the leaves are bigger, just really nice. So that's exciting. I need to maybe have some cauliflower for dinner tonight. What else? Our blueberries are just totally in the dormancy stage, but you can see they're starting to grow or bud out, which is fun. This will be kind of an early spring bloom for that. And then that's kind of it, to be honest, but let me show you our roses, because I always like to touch on my roses. So if you're in our climate, January is the best time to chop your roses down. And I have a video on how we do that and kind of best practice tips for that. But this one, actually both of our hybrid teas we have cut down already. We still need to cut down and prune our climbing rose here. Yeah, you can see our artichoke is coming to life in here. Artichokes are also like a super easy plant to grow in our climate. So if you're in Zone 9B or Sacramento area, try growing some artichokes. They really like to be south facing, so just plant it in a good spot and you don't have to do anything with them other than a little pruning like once a year. And here's that other hybrid tea. You can see our downspout fell off. We need to reattach, but yeah, so that's it. There's our little bird camera there. And then here's like nasturtium land. I love nasturtium because nasturtium is a trap plant, and if you don't know what a trap plant is, it's really great for literally trapping aphids. So when spring rolls around and you have a whole bunch of new growth, so like when the roses start to grow, they'll have those like nice tender buds which really attract aphids because they're nice and easy to munch on. Having nasturtium nearby will actually kind of trap it, and you'll be able to see a whole bunch of like aphids living underneath the leaves here. For whatever reason, they're attracted to nasturtium. So it's a really nice plant to just kind of scatter throughout your garden and have. So yeah, and then this bed, just some random calendula that's growing itself, the bougainvillea here, and then our trees. We have this avocado. It's a Mexicola, which is growing nice and big. I have no idea what I'm doing with this tree, so don't ask me about it, but we planted it years ago when we moved in and haven't really done much to it other than hook up the drip irrigation and are just kind of waiting for the day that we might get an avocado. It buds every year, but we don't really get much after that, so who knows if anything will happen. We have a Meyer lemon with one lemon on there that needs to be picked. So just a little guy in a pot. And we have a navel orange, I think, or what is this? Yeah, Lane Late Navel. So yeah, just another citrus. And then here's our gigantic lime tree that we planted when we moved into this house a few years ago. And yeah, we just harvested that. That's what you guys saw. Well, that's it for the garden tour today in January, this cloudy, nice January day. I hope you guys enjoyed my tour and just kind of a glimpse into what real life winter gardening looks like when you have a newborn child. But thanks for following along. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. We will get back into showing you our garden. We have some more updates for you guys coming soon. So, and as always, feel free to drop a comment. I would love to start a conversation with you, and happy growing. One thing I do want to mention is because of what's going on in our life right now, we will not be starting seeds this year, which is a really big bummer for me because I love starting seeds and having them have that grow. We typically start seeds in like late January, first week of February, so like really soon. So if you're in our zone, it's a great time to start planning for your summer garden right now and get your seed starting set up going. We have a ton of content from the last couple of years regarding how we start seeds, what kind of setup we use, all of the good stuff. And on our website, we have a whole bunch of links to the specific items that we use and have had success with. So I hope you guys check out our channel. I'll drop a video in the comments. I'll drop a video in the description, and you guys can check that out. But just note, we're not personally doing it this year. We just have too much other stuff going on. But I hope you guys enjoy growing. All right, it's been a few days since we set up our bird cam, and I will say I haven't gotten any birds yet, but I have gotten my dog a few times, and I'm gonna share this video with you because it's hilarious. Well, I'll just show you and you can see it. But I think what we're gonna do, so far I'm really impressed with the app and the quality of the video coming through this bird feeder. So I don't think it has anything to do with that. I just think we just don't have a lot of birds around right now. And I honestly don't think it's in a great spot. I need to get our screwdriver and mount it somewhere. I just haven't completely decided on where I'm gonna mount it yet. But I think that's gonna help too, because I think it's just kind of in a weird spot where birds like aren't comfortable like coming this close to the house. So I'm gonna try that, and stay tuned. Maybe I'll post some updates on our Instagram of some birds once we get them in. So, but I just had to share this video of Liberty eating out of the bird feeder. So enjoy.